All right, welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show. And I believe this is a little something we like to call a celebration day. That feels good, doesn't it? That feels real good, doesn't it? Victory, baby. Victory. This is what victory feels like. We love this shit. We got our Prosecco, we got our cigar. Had a few drinks last night with Crystal. I mean, wall-to-wall victory, bro. Just like complete democratic tsunami. MAGA got wiped out. Zoran Mamdani, flawless victory, Mortal Kombat style. What are we talking about, dog? What are we talking about? So, I hope they're ready. I hope they're ready for 2026. I hope they're ready for 2028. Because we're here, bitch. Rest in peace, MAGA bozos. Wrong. Rest in piss, MAGA bozos. That's what I meant to say. Rest in piss. Rest in piss. Woke is back. Woke is back, baby. We're here. We're here. We're not going anywhere. You thought we were done. You thought we were down and out. You thought it was a wrap. You thought you permanently had this country on lockdown. Wrong. You don't. You don't. I am excited for today's show, y'all. I am excited for today's show. So in just a second, I'm going to give you the full breakdown of the night. When I say it literally could not have gone better for Democrats, I mean it. I think it is literally impossible to even craft a scenario, even a fictional scenario you make up in your head, one that's better than what we witnessed last night. I mean, there's nothing the Republicans have to hold on to. There's not a silver lining. There's nothing. They're just cooked. They're just done. They're just obliterated. They're just barbecue chicken. Maybe the most brutal shellacking that I've seen in my fucking lifetime. In my lifetime. All right, so we're going to talk about that, of course. Zoran lights up Trump in his defiant victory speech. I love that. MAGA copes and seethes over Zoran's win. Got some videos on Fox News and, some people from the Cuomo headquarters who were absolutely losing it. That was glorious. Trump panics over the Democratic tsunami. And then later on, we will talk more about this Republican civil war that's happening. Fuentes fired back at Shapiro and Mark Levin. You don't want to miss that one. Graham Plattner shocked everybody with his Dick Cheney comments on the day that Dick Cheney died. Look, let me just say, November 4th might have to become a little bit of a lefty holiday, dog, if you really think about it. It might have to become we have Zoran blowing out the competition. We have Democrats winning wall-to-wall. We have Prop 50 passing, but with flying fucking colors. We have all of the coping and the seething and the crying for MAGA. And something happened to a little guy by the name of Dick Cheney in the morning. So, holy cow, bro. Holy cow. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in because, like I said, I got a lot of stuff to get to. Let's start with this. We knew it was going to be a bad night for the right when this information first came in. So the exit polls from CNN, in Virginia, of the people that voted, only 41% approve of Trump, 56% disapprove. That's minus 15. Minus 15. This was a race. It was supposed to be like Abigail Spanberger was like plus 6 in the polls. She ended up winning by 15 points. She ended up winning by 15. In New Jersey, only 43% of the voters approved of Trump, 55% disapproved. That's minus 12. Same thing, very, very similar margin there. In fact, I think I have the specifics here. So Abigail Spanberger won 57.5% of the vote. Her opponent, Winsome Earl Sears, won 42%. And so it's 15-point victory for the Democrat running for governor of Virginia. The Democrat running for governor in New Jersey got 55% of the vote up against this guy, Jack Ciattarelli. Now, the funny thing is, the Republicans really liked this guy. They thought he had the best chance. They really liked him. Like, he was somebody that they thought was like going to be a star in the future. He got blown the fuck out. He got blown out because MAGA's destroying this country, and people were like, we're going to fucking teach them a goddamn lesson for what they've done. All right, more. Zoran Mamdani. He cracked the number that was viewed as like anything above this, and it's a bloodbath beyond bloodbaths, right? And he did. If he got 50% or higher, it was just humiliating for everybody else, because what that says is even if Sliwa dropped out and Cuomo got all of Sliwa's votes, then he still wouldn't have won. And that's what it was. It was Zoran got 52% of the vote. Andrew Cuomo got 30. Curtis Sliwa got 18. Of course, Prop 50 in California not only passed, it overwhelmingly passed. 64% voted in favor. Even in Republican districts in California, they voted for Prop 50. Isn't that something? That's fascinating to me. That's incredible to me. All right, more. How about this? So this was quite a moment, and this really was just, this just shows you, this is like a great example of what the rest of the night was like right here. So this is literally as soon as the California polls closed, watch what happened.
U.S. House maps, and we can make a projection in California. The polls are closed as of now, and CNN projects the Californians have indeed voted yes on the state's newly drawn congressional district map, aiming to help Democrats win an additional up to 5 U.S. House seats in the 2026 midterm elections in 1 year.
And it's over. And the polls close, and we're done. It's over. They wins overwhelmingly, easily. So this was, of course, Gavin Newsom counter gerrymandering, because the right was gerrymandering in Texas. And he said, okay, well, to keep it fair now, we have to gerrymander. And this was, again, 64% of the vote said, yeah, we got to do that. Like, there's no way around it. Ironically, it's the only way to make it fair. If they cheat, we have to counter cheat to make it fair, right? It's just simple logic. And so the voters obviously clearly agreed. There were literally lines to vote for. This was the only thing on the ballot, Prop 50, the only thing. There were lines. And, people did their civic duty. How about this one? There were 13 flips in the Virginia House. Democrats flipped 13 seats. That is unreal. Just unreal. The facts are going to get crazier and crazier as we go here, too. How about this one? Every single county in Virginia shifted to the left. So Abigail Spanberger outperformed Kamala everywhere, and Winsome Earl Sears underperformed Trump everywhere. So just to give some examples, Loudoun County shifted 12 points to the left. Prince William, 16 points to the left. Portsmouth, 8 points to the left. You scroll down here, it's massive shifts fucking everywhere. This is like total domination is what it is. Total domination. All right, we also have this. This one, I believe this one was Georgia. So in Georgia, Democrats flipped like seats that literally nobody thought were going to be remotely in question. Like they thought, this is it. We might not even try. Like, why would we even try in these seats? They're so overwhelmingly pro-Trump. So a Trump plus 24 county went to a Democrat. They flipped it, and they ended up winning by a point. That's crazy. A 25-point swing? That's insane. And that's not even the biggest swing of the night. That's not even the big. So Democrats won some seats in Georgia that they haven't held since like the fucking Carter administration or something like that. How about this one? Exit polling of young men, 18 to 29. In Virginia, they voted for the Democrat, Spanberger, plus 14. In New Jersey, they voted for the Democrat, Sherrill, plus 10. In New York City, they voted for Zoran by 40 points. So I said, guys, I predicted a lot of this shit. So I said when I was on a different podcast, I said, I was asked about, hey, what do you make of like the Republicans making gains with minority communities? It was Josh Citarella's podcast. And I said, it ain't gonna be like that for long. Like it's gonna like revert back immediately. That's exactly what happened. So it happened with minority communities, and it also happened with young men. So all the think pieces of like, oh, young men are all fascist and all terrible. And it's like, there's definitely a problem there, but there's a lot of fucking young men. The silent majority is more like us, where we're just like, hey, can we get some healthcare? Can we get some healthcare? Can we get some higher wages? How about that? So just amazing. Plus 40 Zoran was with young men. It's just incredible. We absolutely love it. He's doing the thing that every Democrat said after Trump's election win last time. Every Democrat was like, we need a Democrat who can bring back the minority communities and hold young men. And that's exactly what Zoran did. All right, more. Abigail Spanberger's margin, if it holds, is the biggest Democratic win in Virginia in a governor race in 40 years. In 40 years. To put that in perspective, that was back when Loudoun County was a rural GOP stronghold and Appalachia was deep blue. That's how far back in history you have to go. Shellacking, ladies and gentlemen. How about this? Virginia exit polls when it came to independence. The Democrat crushed 56 to 41. Really incredible stuff. How about this? J.D. Vance's brother ran for governor of Cincinnati. or I'm sorry, mayor, not governor, of course. Cincinnati's not a state. Mayor of Cincinnati. And he got blown the fuck out. Just humiliating. It was 81% to 18%. Now, this was only when it was like 22% of the votes in, but I think he maybe cracked in the 20-something percentile range, but that's it. And he got JD's endorsement, which makes it even more funny. How about this one? Kansas Republicans lacked the votes to call a special session. So Kansas Republicans wanted to redistrict and do what Trump wanted them to do to steal more seats, and they didn't have the votes to do it. Absolutely incredible. So Republicans are now getting cold feet with some of the gerrymandering because they see, oh my God, like look at what's happening. Okay, more. Zoran Mamdani has crossed the 1 million vote threshold in New York in the New York City mayoral election. He's the first mayoral candidate to do that since 1969. So whenever anybody says, oh, left-wing politics can't win, democratic socialism can't win, it's our moment now, baby. Not only can we win, we can fucking dominate. We can curb stomp the competition in a way that fucking mealy-mouthed centrism, diet MAGA Democrat shit can't do. We're the actual antidote. We are. All right, according to the decision desk, results in Georgia they're routinely outrunning Harris, get this, by between 25 and 30 points. 25 and 30 points in Georgia. Oh my God, the decision desk called it, and Democrats flipped both statewide elections in Georgia. Again, this is a political landslide, y'all. This is a political landslide. These were supposed to be not even remotely competitive for Democrats. Not even a little bit. How about this one? This was really the insult to injury election for the Republicans because this is like rubbing salt in the wound. Because not only did they lose, they even lost the races that they thought were layups for them. So there's this guy named Jay Jones who is running for Attorney General in Virginia, and there was a big scandal about him recently. He had some secret text messages that were leaked, and in those text messages, one of them he was joking about killing his opponent. So basically he said like, oh, you're in an elevator, you have a gun with 2 bullets, and in the elevator is Hitler, Pol Pot, and my opponent. And he's like, who do you kill? And then he says, you put 2 of the bullets in my opponent's head, basically. So it's a joke, but he's joking about killing his opponent. So obviously nobody wants that to leak. It makes you look like a fucking asshole, etc. He also said something like, it was about mass shootings and it was about his opponent's kids. It was like, the only way they'd understand the pain of that is if their kids got killed, right? Basically saying like, you're not typical Republican. You're not going to support legislation to, change everybody's reality when it comes to gun violence unless and until it impacts you. So Republicans lied about that and pretended like he wants to murder the kid of his opponent. That's bullshit. Everybody knows that's bullshit. But that's what they ran with. And the texts were so bad that people thought, oh, this will be a layup for Republicans. Wrong. So the betting markets had the Republican favorite to win for so fucking long. And literally just last night as the results started rolling in, boom, it flipped. And then Jay Jones ended up winning. That really is like, you want to talk about a rebuke? That is like the ultimate rebuke. Republicans might have to just leave politics forever in this moment. Because like, do you not understand how abysmal you must be to the American public for them to look at somebody with that kind of a scandal and go, I don't care. I prefer that person over what any fucking Republican is doing. Because here's the thing, guys. MAGA is a fascist death cult. They don't stand for anything outside of whatever Trump is doing. And so when Trump's destroying the country, people look at these Republicans and they go, like, what are you doing? What do you stand? What do you believe? You don't believe in anything. All you care about is power for the sake of power. You believe in Trump and you believe in me, the gloriousness of me. I will climb the career ladder, yes, and believe in nothing, yes. And even Democrats, who are like weaker Democrats, stand for more than what you fucking idiots stand for. So just incredible stuff. The initial CNN exit poll had Winsome Sears winning just 9% of the black vote. The reason why this is noteworthy is because I've been hearing my entire life from Republicans, black people only vote for based off the color of their skin. That's why they all voted for Obama's, because they just see the color of their skin and that's it. Oh, really? Winsome Earl Sears is black. She got 9% of the black vote. Turns out you're fucking wrong. Turns out it's got way more to do with policy. It's got way more to do with who's going to improve our lives. So just amazing, amazing stuff. And then Republicans also try to play identity politics over this and like chastise and berate Democrats and black people like, we even gave you a black candidate. You didn't support her. Maybe you're racist. It's like, Jesus Christ. What a fucking joke. What a sick joke. So they're racist if they vote for the person with black skin, and they're racist if they don't vote for the person with black skin. I mean, there's just, it's just embarrassing. Like, Republicans are just embarrassing. How about this one? Democrats flipped Morgan County, Georgia. So it was, in 2024, it was R plus 47. And then it became Democrat plus 3. Think about that. R plus 47 to Democrat plus 3. You know what this means, right, guys? You do understand what this means. This was the most anti-Republican, anti-MAGA, anti-Trump vote I've ever seen. I really think people are looking around and they're going, increasing inflation, increasing unemployment, fucking not releasing the Epstein files, bombing random dinghy fishing boats on a regular fucking basis, stupid fucking trade war that's making everybody hate us around the world, endless corruption scandals, bulldozing the East Wing illegally, cutting off the food stamp money for no fucking reason. People look at all that and they go, I can't do this anymore. We got to get past this shit. How about this one, y'all? So Paterson, New Jersey is an Arab American, Muslim American stronghold, and they voted for Trump in the last election. This was a big deal. They went 51% for Trump in the last election. And so Republicans thought, oh, great. We gained with Latino voters. We gained with black voters a little bit, but we gained with Muslim American voters too. Awesome. And they thought, like, we'll take that to the bank. That'll be permanent. That's one of the reasons why they went and gerrymander and, like, give themselves more seats, right? Well, it turns out this place went from voting for Trump 51% to voting for the Democrat 87%. Yet again, I was vindicated. I said any gains with minorities, that is fucking temporary, because he's getting in there and he's like a wrecking ball. He's fucking destroying everything. I mean, he had like Cuban Americans voted for him. Of course, Cuban Americans are very right wing. Then he's like starts deporting a whole bunch of Cubans. Of course, they're going to be like, wait, what the fuck? I thought we were welcomed in this country. I thought we're like, the right wing immigrants, the ones you guys like, the ones you guys welcomed here, Republicans. And Trump's like, I don't give a fuck. I want to ruin everybody's life. So just incredible, bro. Incredible. Truly amazing, that thing that we're witnessing here. I really don't think people fully get it. NBC News. Voters in Maine approved a ballot measure that will impose a red flag law across the state, allowing people to petition courts to temporarily confiscate their family members' firearms in certain cases. There was also another ballot measure that Graham used his campaign to lobby for, and the other ballot measure was some like election rigging bullshit, like it was voter ID mixed with something else to change the rules around the election. It had something to do with like absentee ballots or mail-in ballots or something like that. It was like this billionaire-backed move to try to rig it more for Republicans. That went down in flames also. Went down in flames. Truly amazing stuff. Democrats gain at least 3 seats in the New Jersey Assembly for a 55-seat supermajority, crushing for Republicans. They gained seats in 2021 when Citarelli overperformed and hoped to gain even if he lost tonight. The exact opposite happened. He got blown the fuck out, and all the Republicans in the whole state got blown the fuck out. Democrats flipped 2 seats in the Mississippi Senate. And in doing so, they've broken the GOP supermajority in the chamber. Mississippi is one of the most rigged states in the country, y'all. It is one of the most rigged in favor of Republican states in the country. And for them to lose their supermajority, again, I can't say it enough. I know you guys get it. I know it's pretty clear at this late date, but this was a shellacking, the likes of which people have never seen fucking ever. When you're flipping Trump plus 50 districts, like what the fuck is that? Like what is that? What is that? That is everybody and their mother going, you know what, we're done here. There was this great meme that I posted yesterday. It was like, the name was, I forget the exact name, but it was like Abigail Normie Dem, and it was like this little goofy drawing, and it's like this woman who's like, voted for Pete Buttigieg in 2020 because he reminded her of her son, and, good, solid Democrat, retired teacher, and then it said, we shall let the streets flow with the blood of the tyrants. Like, that's what's happening now, is the Democratic Tea Party is here. So here's the thing. Democrats won literally everywhere, regardless of what kind of Democrat they were, if they were a centrist Democrat or they were a left-wing Democrat. But wherever there was an option of a left-wing Democrat, the overwhelming majority of the time, the furthest left Democrat won. That's literally like the perfect scenario. And it perfectly reflects what we advocate for on this show, which is step number 1, we have to defeat these Republicans. The worst fucking Democrat in the country is going to be better than the best Republican in the country. Period. So that's step number 1, defeat these motherfuckers. But step number 2 is wherever you have the option of getting a real fucking Democrat who believes in real democratic shit, a Democrat who's going to fight for universal health care and free college and a living wage and ending the wars and all that stuff, go for that one. Go for the real one. Go for the democratic socialist where you can. And again, they did phenomenally well. So just incredible stuff. In fact, here, by the way, the reason I'm wearing black, just so everybody understands, is because it's a funeral. Rest in piss, MAGA bozos. So this is your funeral, right? But it's also a celebration. And it's a celebration because you motherfuckers are destroying the country. And so we're fighting back. We're finally fighting back. And it is a glorious, glorious thing to see. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.